Hey guys, what's up? Commando here. Welcome to my NXT review. And I'd have to say that this has probably been one of the better episodes, if not the best episode since the one after the last TakeOver. This was a really good episode, and it started off really well with a promo thing between Kevin Owens, William Regal, and Sami Zayn. It was really good, it was like really good. Some good ooh moments, like from Sami Zayn, saying some stuffs to Kevin Owens, setting up their match. Like Owens didn't think that like Zayn deserved a title shot, but sort of Sami Zayn goaded him into it with the stuff he was saying. It was really good. I loved it. It was a great way to start off NXT. Next there was Carmelo and Enzo and Cass. They're backstage arguing. Couldn't really hear what they were saying. I did hear something Enzo said at the end. It was pretty funny, but you couldn't really hear what they're saying because they were all talking over each other. But I've no idea where this would have been recorded, if it was like in the performance center or something, because it was like a little, like, I don't know, like a little kitchen type of thing. I don't know. It was weird. But then Cass and Enzo left, and Murphy and Blake came by and tried to hit on her. It says here. But she didn't have any of it, and they left. Then Alexa Bliss came by and says, if she's the princess, then she should be more classy. As in, Carmella should be more classy, but she just pie-faced her. Then Blake and Murphy came in and sort of thingied with her. It was weird. I don't know. And also, Blake or Murphy, whichever one, had this weird ponytail thing. It was really weird. Yeah, it was like 20 minutes before we actually got to a match, which was that wasn't a bad thing. It was cool to see all these different moments. But then Sami Zayn's backstage signing the contract. Alex Riley busts in and says he wants another crack at Owens, but Regal said no. Zayn tries to talk to Riley about it, but Riley gets pissed. And then Zayn and Riley end up having a match, and Riley was like, if Zayn doesn't make it to TakeOver, then Riley's going to TakeOver. Now, 20 minutes in, it was like 20 minutes on the mark before we got to the first match. It was Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy versus Blake and Murphy. Nothing special, just same kind of match. Enzo, and that's in every week, to be honest. But eventually Enzo and Cass won with a big boot from Cass sets up the rocket launcher. I guess that's his splash thing that he calls. Okay. Next we got Bayley backstage interviewed, saying she can't find her shirt or her headbands. Then she leaves, and Emma pops up and has them all. She's stealing stiffs. There's some people making jokes about this. Somebody was like, "Oh, she even gets buried at NXT," and I was like, "How is she getting buried? She's fucking in a storyline, in a feud. She's never been in that on the main roster. So what the fuck, what a load of shit." Next we got Bayley versus Dana Brooke. I was like, when I actually started NXT, that was the thumbnail, a picture of her, and I was like, oh, come on. But there wasn't so much feeling herself up this time. Still looks weird, her face just, I don't know, it looks like she's got Botox or some shit. I don't know, it just doesn't look good. And the whole fake breasticle things, not a fan. But, nothing special in this match either, to be honest. Just Emma came out at near the end of the match, to Bayley's music, with Bayley's headbands and shirt on, and sort of taunting her. And Bayley tried to grab one of her headbands back, but then Brooke. It's the Cradle Shock, it's called. I couldn't remember what this move was called, but apparently it's called the Cradle Shock. I thought it was like a Death Valley Driver or something, but apparently it's called the Cradle Shock, according to this guy, anyway. Then, announced by William Regal, is Hideo Itami versus Tyler Breeze versus Finn Balor in a #1 contenders match at NXT TakeOver. That match will be awesome. Triple threats are always usually really good, but with them three, it's just I'm sure my mind will be blown in that match. Next, we got Hideo Itami versus Adam Rose. I've seen a little bit of the spoilers for like this whole taping, and it seems like they should put Rose in the match as well, because I think he's involved in most of the stuff, and most of the like matches and moments leading up to this feud thing. So maybe they will add him in. I don't know, but I mean Emma's going to be in it, so maybe they'll add Rose in. But just a quick little match, and Itami won with the shotgun kick thing. Still a terrible finisher. I think he'll pull out the GTS at TakeOver, and I think he's actually going to win at TakeOver as well. But next, backstage, we got Bayley looking for Emma. It says she's confused about Emma taking her stuff. I guess. And also, after this match, they said something about Breeze challenging Hideo to a match. And the way they were talking as if something was actually happened, but we didn't get to see it. It must have gotten edited out, or it didn't get edited in. I don't know. I really don't know. Oh, there is an NXT breakdown thing. Maybe this is where it's at. I don't know. It's no, I'm just flicking through it. It looks like William Regal just yapping about them. Okay, well, they must have gotten edited out then, or didn't get edited in. Weird. But next we got this site says it as well. Becky Lynch. They're saying there's this person who's called Sarah Dawson, but that's not what JoJo the announcer said. She said Dobson. Sarah Dobson. Actually, listen to it back. It's Dobson, not Dawson. Dobson. I don't know. Don't know why people are saying that, but again, not just a little short match. Becky Lynch won with a pretty sick looking armbar. It looked pretty brutal. She had her arm like right back like this. I don't know. Would it have hurt? Probably. I don't know. It looked like she just had it like that, but you know, it could have been sore. Who knows? Also, there was some promo thing earlier on. I don't know where it was. It's not mentioned here, but with Baron Corbin saying stuff. Now Rhino is backstage after this Becky Lynch match, and he sort of challenges Baron Corbin. Rhino is freaking huge. His arms on that is just huge. He's a fucking beast, and he said he's the past. He's not the past, or maybe he said he is the past, and he's the present, and he's the future. Or maybe he said he wasn't the past, but he's the present and the future. I don't know. He said something, you know. He said something along that lines. And then next, the final match, Sami Zayn versus Alex Riley. And Kevin Owens was on commentary, and the guy says, now there are 4 guys in the booth who sound almost exactly alike. I guess, I don't know, I can tell them all apart. Unless you're a ferret, maybe you can't. But, you know, again, just a short little match, but Riley pulled out the TKO, but he didn't win. Which was kind of disappointing. But at least we got to see it. Zayn threw him out, and then Zayn threw him out, and then Zayn did the flippity flip over the top, and then Owens came in, attacked Zayn, and looked like he was going to go away, then came back and gave the apron powerbomb to Alex Riley, and it looked like he got him like right all the way up his spine. Like he didn't hit him like straight on, he hit him like at an angle and looked like right up his spine. It looked nasty, looked really nasty. But this is definitely one of the best shows that NXT's had, and I don't know why it can't be like this all the time, you know? There should always be leading up to matches and stuff. Just because TakeOver's coming up, now they decide to make it interesting and have stuff happening. It should be like this all the time, you know? And hopefully it can be like that. Cause it's definitely been... It's definitely not been as good as it should be the last couple months, you know? But I'm really looking forward to TakeOver. I think it's called Unstoppable. I think that's what it's called. But I think this triple threat match will be really good, and the Sami Zayn Kevin Owens match will be good, and Emma and Bayley, and I'm guessing the tag title match thing will happen as well. I doubt that Enzo and Cass would win. I think like Blake and that will win like via cheatings, via heelishness. But yeah, tell me what you thought of NXT. That was pretty good. Blah, 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 blah. And you can tell me what you thought of the King of the Ring as well. Like somebody asked to make a review, but I don't know, didn't really seem worth it. The only good match, like really good match, was Luke Harper versus Neville on Raw. That match was awesome. But I felt like the whole Tuesday thing. I mean, it was decent, but it just seemed too rushed to me. Like I liked that there was interviews before the match and sort of making them, like each match making them feel important. But it just seemed rushed, you know. I feel they should have had the tournament with all the roster, the entire roster, not at last, I don't know, like a month or something. Eventually end on a pay-per-view or a special thing, but have a good long match for the last match, you know. It was just like a really short match, you know. It lasted like, I don't know, just a little over 5 minutes. It just seemed kind of shitty to me. I mean, and Barrett won. You know, I'll see what happens, but I mean, he's been champion in that before, and they just have him lose all the time. So, wouldn't surprise me if that's what happens now as the King of the Ring, King Barrett. Looks like they're getting rid of the bad news. But because Vince doesn't like that the crowd says, that's why he doesn't say it anymore. He doesn't like that the crowd says, "I'm afraid I've got some bad news," along with Barrett. Out of touch or what, eh, folks? Moron, absolute moron that guy is. And Raw, I don't think there was much interestingness from Raw. Not really. Just they announced the triple threat thing. That was about it. I spoke about Neville and Harper. That match was amazing. But yeah, that's about it. Tell me your thoughts on all things NXT. And I'll see you next week, I guess. So thanks for watching. Sure, subscribe, hit that like button. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.